And a good afternoon, and welcome to the gorgeous village of Croglan, nestled in the foothills of the North Pennines. And yes, the big rucksack is out. It's time to do some wild camping.
Croglan can be described in 2 words. Absolutely stunning. And as I start my ascent towards my eventual destination, the views already start to open up. But once I leave the village, then they become absolutely amazing.
Not a bad view of the Lake District there. The weatherman said it'll be lovely weather. You'll have sun and cloud, it'll be gorgeous. So, did I fetch a coat? No. And look what happens. Because this is definitely the North Pennines. Still a nice view. Still enjoying the view though. And as I make my way to my destination, you may be saying, "Ooh, what is this about this reset?" Well, it's time for a quick reset and possibly a touch of healing. And time to reevaluate what I'm doing. But I shall explain all when I reach my destination, which unfortunately I've took a wrong turn. So, a detour later, and hopefully I'll be back on track, and then all will be revealed. Hopefully. Let's go. It's worthy of a shot.
The image is taken, but press on I must, for I have so much to do. Now the beauty of the North Pennines really starts to show itself.
And I'm finally here. A totally random spot. Didn't plan on this one. Just decided to have a hike, and I found one, I hope. Time to get the tent up.
Despite it looking calm, there is actually a stiff breeze, which makes putting up the tent a little more challenging. However, it isn't long before the final tent peg is put into place. And with the weather cooling down, it's time to wrap up a little warmer and prepare the inside.
So, what do I mean by this reset? Well, I'll be honest, of late I have been struggling with some of these YouTube videos. I think what I could describe it best as is artistic exhaustion, perhaps. For example, I mean, recently I've just done something, a series called The Scottish Chronicles, and it was long and it was hard and it was
very taxing to do. For example, all the clips had to be edited, they all had to be colour graded. I mean, you might think that this actually looks like this all the time, but the camera doesn't say this. For example, if I do this is what it actually looks like out of the camera. It's not quite, shall we say, nice to look at. So if I do that, and then it goes back, and that's the type of edit I have to do on every clip. So there's that to do, and then after it's all assembled, it looks nice, and then we've got to do the score. And I mean, for example, the Scottish Chronicles, that was very, very difficult. And I mean, the North Pennines, you might have noticed every area has its own score, and I'm on the second CD already of soundtrack of the North Pennines. So it has taxed me quite a lot, but I think by coming here in the tent while camping, hopefully it'll reset me. And with just myself and a few sheep for company, it's time to relax and watch the world go by. The following morning fetches an even stiffer breeze, a little more challenging later on.
And a good morning from a very windy North Pennines. Obviously I wild camped overnight, but where am I? Well, over there is the Eden Valley. Just coming along here, this is Scarroman Fell. And slightly further along, back here, that's Thack Moor. And in the valley below, here, is Croglan Water. Now for anybody with a weak bladder, and this is Black Clough. Amazing. And now it's time for me to pack up the camp and head back down.
As I said, the wind was posing a bit of a challenge, but a challenge I relish. And it isn't long at all before the camp is packed up.
And as always, leave no trace.
Yes, it's time for me to leave my campsite now and head back, taking in some of the gorgeous scenery that is the North Pennines. As always, I am the only one here. Total isolation and calm.
So, am I reset? Yes. Am I refreshed? Yes. Raring to go with this one now. And there will definitely be more wild camping in the future. So I can heartily recommend, if everyone's feeling under the weather, slightly run down, get those boots on, shoes, trainers, footwear, anything, and go for a walk. Be it round the streets in your local area, round a park, round your town, further afield, or somewhere like here, North Pennines. Get those legs moving. You'll probably feel better for it. Yes, it is indeed a lovely day. Time to follow my original route back.
And on reflection, it was indeed a truly outstanding hike.
Not far now, there's Croglan. And as this hike draws to a close, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It's exactly what I needed. A reset, a refresh, and ready to commit and continue on. It's exactly what I needed. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you have as well. Whether you have enjoyed the scenery, the views, the images, or even just the journey. Do not forget, everything you've watched, everything you've seen, this is nature.